What's up, guys? So in this clip I wanted to show you guys total amount of cigars that I got from South Carolina. As you can tell, we're back. Well, I'm back in my place. So yeah, I had a little brain fart. I wanted to show you guys all of the cigars, the total amount of cigars I got. And I know in the last clip, where it's titled Thursday something, I showed you guys a couple of packages of cigars and what I had gotten, and I had shown you this one, the white grape blunt. I had shown you a apple flavored plastic tip black and mild, and I showed you guys an unopened package of black and mild sweets, as well with another unopened package of black and mild jazz flavored. And I was going to tell you, I think I edited it out, but I said I was going to stock up on more cigars because they're so goddamn cheap down here. Or down in South Carolina. I'm back in New York now. But I also wanted to show you guys I wanted to explain to you guys the smell and taste, because I opened these already, and I had one of these and one of these, and I wanted to review them real quickly. I'm going to start with the black and mild sweets. Lord, it's windy out. It's got a nice little Ziploc thing in here so I can keep the flavor in. Now, here's what it looks like. Nothing special, it's just a cigar. They're titled Sweets, and the first thing I noticed when I did open it is it smells exactly like an original black and mild. And when I smoked one out of two of these, it tastes exactly like an original. So these sweets, definitely not a difference in sweets and original black and mild. Smells like chocolate, kind of tastes like it. Got a bit of tobacco in my mouth. So these are like the original black and milds. Oh yeah, and smoking this was very, very difficult. They packed this down really fucking tight, and the drag was very, very hard to smoke. And that's the black and mild sweets. So I'm going to save that for a later occasion. And then I wanted to show you guys this one, the jazz flavored. I really enjoyed the jazz flavored. The jazz flavored was actually kind of one of my favorite ones so far out of the black and mild franchise. Upon opening it, you get a very sweet, sweet smell, and I like that. You smell it, it smells almost like wine flavored black and mild, but it's got its own little sweetness to it. Same when you smoke it, it kind of tastes like a wine black and mild, but it kind of has its own sweetness to it. So I really like this one, and I'm definitely going to be saving this one for a long time before I smoke it. So like I showed you in the last clip, I got one of these, one plastic tip black and mild, apple flavors, and then a white grape blunt. Okay, I'm gonna set these aside. I also told you in the last clip I also just told you I wanted to stock up before I came back to New York. So what I did is I went back to Walmart and down there, and I bought 2 wine flavored black and milds. Apparently down there it's new. Up here it's very old, and we've had these for many, many years. apparently it's new down there. There's really not much of a review I can give it. It tastes and smells exactly the same way as a wine-flavored Black and Mild does up here. There's really no difference to it, other than there's no plastic or wood tip. It smells like wine, like grapes. And if you do a little puffy, you kind of get like a grape flavor. So, these are like wine flavored are my favorite, one of my favorites, other than Jazz from in New York. That is like usually the one I get the most. So I have two in an unopened package, and I have one because when I was down south, I smoked a wine, a Jazz, and then a sweets. So we have 3 wine Black and Milds there. I also bought another apple flavored Black and Mild because I wanted one either to smoke weed out of or smoke with a friend, and then one to have another one to do a review. So I went back to the store that I bought the white grape one, and I bought a grape and a peach. White Owls apparently is what it's called down there. Up here in New York, it's just called Games. So that's cool. And you know as well as I know, I'm not going to be smoking these as cigars. I'm going to be rolling these as blunts. Ba-ba-bam. As well as I picked up, I was texting one of my friends. I was telling him like, oh my god, they're so cheap down here. And he was like, alright, what about the Dutch Masters? I'm like, oh, I didn't see Dutch Masters. But then the second time I went, I did. So, Joe, I bought you one of these, a Dutch Masters. So, this came out to be like $1. In New York, I think these are like $2 something. The last thing I bought, the last cigar I bought, wasn't in South Carolina, but it was in this place called J&R. I think it's like J&R Outlet Store or something like that. It's this big outlet store. It's got books, it's got cigarettes, it's got, you know, cigars, it's got like, you know, perfumes, colognes, Christmas stuff, anything you pop your name up into your head, they have it. And again, everything is very cheap prices, especially because it's like an outlet store. It's like taking normal prices and slicing it in half and selling it there. So inside that store, there was a store inside the store reception. Here we go. So there was a cigar store. It was called the world's largest cigar store. And it was pretty big. I mean, I've never seen a cigar store that big before, and like there were cigars all over the place. Like nothing like size of this, right? This is really small compared to the cigars that they had. And I was just looking around. I really wasn't trying to get one, but then, you know, I was kind of like, you know, I'm only here once in a while, once in a blue moon, I might as well buy one. So I was going around trying to find one that was, I didn't have to use like a clip to cut. Some of you cigar smokers probably know what I'm talking about, the cutter that cuts the cigar so it's easy to smoke. I was trying to find one of those, a cigar that I didn't need to cut, because those cutters that they had there, the cheapest one is like $50 and it goes all the way up to like $150, and I'm not going to buy a cutter. I can just use scissors like perfectly fine. But I found a cigar that was probably like, I think it was $3.50 per cigar, and they had other ones there with like $1, and some were like $2.10, some were $3, some were $4, and you know how it goes. The more expensive they get, the better they are. I bought this fatty right here. The name is it's out of my head because I was looking at so many goddamn names in there. It was unbelievable how many cigar names were there. So the name of this is I Have No Idea. And that's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it I Have No Idea Cigar. But I bought one of these, and I don't know when I'm going to smoke this. I'm not too sure when I am going to smoke. I just said that twice. I'm not sure if I want to smoke it alone or smoke it with somebody. This just looks like it's going to kill me. Die, 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 die. So I bought this. It came with a free pouch that it came with. I guess with every purchase you can get a free one of these. J&R Cigar. J&R is the store that we were in, and they gave me a couple of free matches, match packages. Bam, bam. Any tips that I can give people if you are not a noob, a novice to smoking a cigar? To get the full effect and the full flavor, you need to use a match when lighting it. Using a lighter, you're just gonna taste butane, and you're not gonna get the full flavor of the cigar. So using a match is perfect when you're smoking cigars.